Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Sonic 3318, back again for another video for you guys. And today, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for my WWE Payback 2020 prediction video. Yep, it is time for the second pay-per-view event to follow up the back burner of the biggest party event this summer I say finally, even though it's kind of, was kind of a surprise to be here to begin with. So, yeah, the surprising freaking pay-per-view event to actually follow suit freaking SummerSlam is, here. But, anywho, so yeah, Payback 2020 prediction, here we go. So, at the time of recording this video, we are recording this in 19 hours, I should rephrase that. 0 days, 19 hours, 27 minutes, and 3 seconds away from the pay-per-view event itself from Payback. Boom. So, boom. There you go. 26 minutes and 57 seconds. So, we saw that little switch between that. So, boom, 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 and boom. But, yeah. So, yeah. Payback 2020. Yay. So, here we go. So, we're not going to wait. Let's get this started. So, because what else were you be here for? Duh, my predictions, of course. So let's scroll to the bottom of the page. And almost there. Well, technically on WWE.com, this is the bottom of the card. Technically, it is. Yeah, it is. This is because obviously, look at all that space on my flipping scroll. Even though that's the bottom of the goddamn card. Anywho's, beside that little side tangent, this is technically the bottom of the card, but technically speaking, just before we just got on camera, WWE just announced this match right here for the Payback kickoff. So yeah, we have the Iconics taking on the team of Liv Morgan and freaking Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott. I almost had a freaking blind moment for a moment there. So blah, my bad. But still, so Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott taking on the Iconics for the kickoff show. My prediction for this match is going to be for the team of Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan to win that. So with that said, we can move on from that simple little match to the actual card that we actually have on WWE.com, which starts off with Big E taking on Sheamus. My prediction for this match is going to be for Big E because obviously he's been, we've been riding on his push for the short amount of time we've been doing it. So, and really, nothing really of much has been happened for this apparent big push for Big E, singles push for Big E, so he needs to win. So yeah, Big E's gonna get the win over Sheamus. So yeah, so Big E for the win for this point. So let's move on. Next up, we have Matt Riddle taking on Baron Corbin. My prediction for this match is going to be simply for Matt Riddle to win this match, but I would not be too surprised if Baron Corbin does win this match, either cleanly or by disqualification or if not by disqualification, but just by some cheeky fashion, because obviously potentially by the hands and most likely by the likes of freaking Chad Gable, because of, Baron Corbin's King Ransom shit that he's going on between Matt Riddle. If WWE thinks this feud needs more time to get more, built, and, it has more time for this feud between Riddle and Corbin, but obviously, I'm already tired of it, so there's that. But if WWE seems like there's going to be more said things coming out of this feud, then I could see Corbin winning in some fashion coming out of this match. So, yeah, while I wouldn't be too surprised if Corbin does win this match in some way or some fashion or whatever, I'm going with freaking Matt Riddle to win this match. So there's that. Moving on next, we have Dominic and Rey Mysterio taking on Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy, as I predicted was going to happen at SummerSlam. So yay for me for predicting this shit a mile away. But news. My prediction for this match is going to be simply for the Mysterios to win this match to finally get their payback against Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. So that's simply enough my prediction for that said. So obviously, there we go. But by some fashion, obviously, if Rollins and Murphy do get this win, I wouldn't be too upset because obviously all these guys are going to be pretty good, and there's a little freaking whatever that was on freaking the screen for those few seconds. I apologize for that. So, yeah, there was that. Whatever the heck that bug was. Beyond that, overall, no matter if Rollins and Murphy do win this match, I'm not going to mind it because obviously this should be a good match either way because obviously both the Mysterios are good in the ring, and what we've seen out of definitely Dominic, he was impressive from, I shouldn't be saying it because obviously that's kind of my spoiler, some of my thoughts for SummerSlam. But you will see that next weekend for my thoughts on SummerSlam and on Payback. So stay tuned to that. But still, but needless to say, good impressions from Dominic. Short and sweet to the point. Good impressions from Dominic out of the match for SummerSlam. So these two can go at it pretty good, and I know darn well Rollins and Murphy as well can actually go at it as well in the ring. So obviously, if they win, then cool. Obviously not, but I was going to say my predictions. So obviously, the Mysterios are going to win this match for my prediction. So obviously, there we go. So blah. Moving on from that tangent, and there's a bug back on that. Bug is back on screen. Go away. Oh my god, go away. That bug is attached to light. It's like a freaking moth or some shit. It's a baby moth or whatever. He's attached to my god darn screen for some reason. So blah. Hopefully he doesn't come back. We'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Alright, now we are back after that side tangent. And do not question why I started the video like this. Do not question me, because obviously I look in his face, and obviously I find this to be a funny looking face to start off the video after that random side tangent, whatever the fuck that was. So I do apologize for that. So anyways, now that we're back here again to that random whatever the heck happened there, we're back here again for Apollo Crews taking on Bobby Lashley for the United States Championship here for this matchup. After that side tangent happened again, and I do apologize for that. Hopefully nothing no random, no more randomness happens in this video, whether there's a bug flying on the screen or whatever that was that happened with me switching my Google Chrome windows. Whatever that was, I do apologize for that once again. So no more tangents, no more randomness. We're going back to these predictions. So, Crews, Lashley. My first match is going to be for... There goes that bug again. Crews and Lashley. My prediction for this match is going to be while I wouldn't mind seeing Crews retain his championship, my prediction is going to be for Bobby Lashley to win this match and win the title, because obviously this can go for several reasons why. One obvious reason could obviously be that, Crews has seemed to have this long tangent feud between the Hurt Business for this long period of time, whether it be these two first matches between him and MVP, him getting through him twice, even that's kind of some spoiler why they're gonna keep doing it. I mentioned that during that last weekend during my freaking SummerSlam predictions of why we keep feeling this thing is already feeling repetitive between MVP and freaking Crews. So he seems like he's already gone away a few times between Crews and him. Crews seems like he's gone through enough, MVP through enough, and it seems like it's just these guys overall. He just seems like he's been through these guys enough as it is, and with he's continuing winning between all three of these guys over and over and over again. And it feels like it may feel like it's just now his time to finally take the fall against these guys. So there's that. And there's also a looming reason that still potentially how, we can still get a floating, looming freaking heel turn coming on the way of potentially being the reason why Crews gets screwed out of his championships with the likes of potentially, Cedric Alexander turning on him, helping, Hurt Business, get, Crews to lose the championship, or Ricochet, or whatever, whoever's mindset that's floating in the wind to insert freaking here's this mindset currently, put this stupid, somebody comes out and helps, seems like it's going to help Crews, but yet again, in the end, screws freaking Crews in the end of it all. So, no matter which way you put it, obviously enough, I'm still going to state that Bobby Lashley is going to most likely win this match, but I wouldn't be too surprised, or I wouldn't be upset if freaking Crews retains. So, yeah, while I wouldn't mind Crews retaining the championship, I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley to win the match. So, there you go.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, now we are back here once again for my Payback 2020 predictions. I was interrupted once again through various means while I was trying to talk about Crews and Lashley, or as I was actually finishing up talking about Lashley and Crews, I was interrupted once again for my video, so blah. So without any more introductions or, interruptions, I meant to say blah, not introductions, what the fuck? Interruptions, blah. No more randomness, and no more blahs, no more booby butt cheeks. That's time for continuing on our video with Payback with Randy Orton taking on Keith Lee for his main, roster debut pay-per-view event matchup. What's up with the said? Keith Lee, Randy Orton. My pick first match. It's going to be for Randy Orton to win this match. But here's the thing. Keith Lee, as I said, has just made his debut on the main roster on Raw. So WWE's not going to want him to seem like he's going to lose kind of freaking unfairly, or, seem like he's going to seem like, they're going to want to make him look strong. So Keith Lee's not going to lose in a loser type fashion. But yet again, Randy Orton has also been going strong for his heel turn. As I said, as anyone has said before, being the dead horse of how great Randy Orton has been as of late for his recent heel turn run. So they want us. Tongue twister. WWE's not gonna want to make that shit, look stupid as well. So here's what I think is gonna happen. We're going to have Randy Orton win this match, but it's going to be, by the way, the disqualification in the hands of Drew McIntyre. Because obviously we had on Raw Drew McIntyre being attacked twice by Randy Orton and being punt kicked twice, and where the point where the second time him being drawn away on the ambulance with Keith Lee, resulting in Keith Lee to actually have this match after he was interrupted, his match as a guy. Which, in a sense, this is kind of going to be a repeat off of what happened on Raw with, Keith Lee potentially match kind of being screwed up by disqualification again by the hands of Drew McIntyre, but I don't know. But the way I actually see it actually being Farsu, actually, in advance, kind of may justify this, because Randy Orton will win this match by disqualification, but this could potentially be here's where my personal kind of long-term booking kind mindset comes in the way. We can have it where Randy Orton wins this match by disqualification and potentially then have this thing between Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre continuing on. So yet again, Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre can jump right back up to right to the feud where we just left off for SummerSlam, with Keith Lee kind of being Drew McIntyre's side by side partner, or his, in a sense, bodyguard, I guess, his side by side partner in a sense, in that sense, and then you can potentially build to this point where Keith Lee then turns on Drew McIntyre and actually turns heel on Drew McIntyre and giving Randy Orton the WWE Championship in that sense, so the Randy Orton could actually have the title in that sense, but then we can have Drew McIntyre have a thing to do with Keith Lee, so you can have that be something, and while Randy Orton goes on his way with the championship, that he goes facing off whoever he wants to face off until we get Edge and Randy Orton once again, whenever that happens down the road. So there's that could potentially happen, but yet again, like I said before, that is long-term booking, mindset in mind. But so right now, no matter if it's gonna be no matter what it's gonna be by disqualification or not, or by clean ways of winning, I feel like Randy Orton's gonna win this match, no matter which way you look at it. So that's just some booking mindset that can potentially get WWE out of this way to potentially make it where WWE can make Randy look strong in a sense, while also making Keith Lee look strong as well in the process as well. So with that said, Randy Orton is my prediction to win this match. So let's continue on. Next up, to the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship matchup between the Golden Role Models of Bayley and Sasha Banks taking on the Mateship team of freaking Baszler and Nia Jax. Kind of a strange mess up of a tag team, I know, but still. My prediction for this match is going to be simply for Baszler and Nia Jax, even though I don't think they're going to be they themselves are not long, they're not going to be tag team champions too long, or if however long they're going to do it, I don't think they're going to be champions that long, period, but that's besides the point, because obviously there's just a push to go tag team, so there's that, but who knows? Who knows? Apparently, Nikki Cross and Bliss didn't seem like they're going to be something for at first impressions, but look where they were now, or look what they were going to come out of. Look what came out of Bliss and Cross by the end of the day. Look what that happened to them. So maybe that can potentially some magic can happen out of Bliss. No, not Bliss. Baszler and Nia Jax potentially, but who knows? Who the hell knows? But mainly because I'm mainly doing this because obviously the ties have already been happening with freaking, Bayley and Banks already having their feud, or the seeds have already started being planned for their feud to potentially start having for these two to get their split between these two to move forward. with said feud between these two, so mainly because of that. So, yeah. Regardless of what's going to go on in the future between these two being champions, I mainly am going to because obviously these guys need to lose these guys need to lose the championship so they can actually get their actual feud started on the road for their main ship, feud. Well, regardless if it's for championships or not. So yeah, these two need to lose these two championships so they can potentially have their feud for themselves. So there is that. Baszler and Nia Jax to win the titles. So blah. Moving forward, we have potentially, I think, which is going to be the final match on the card for this video. Haha. If only before them, there may or may not be more videos, or not videos, more matches be on the card as we get towards the actual show itself, or if actually on the match, or actually the night of the show. So if that's going to happen, then you shall stay tuned for my review to see what happens whenever I talk about the same matches. But whatever that happens, it is what happens. So blah. Anywho's, a true threat matchup between the big dog Roman Reigns taking on the Fiend, the champion, obviously. For the match, obviously, blah, versus Braun Strowman in the triple threat matchup, potentially, I think, and as I think it says down here, is a no-holds-barred triple threat match. So there you go. Roman Reigns, Fiend, and Braun Strowman. What do I think about this match? Or what's my prediction for this match? You may ask me. Obviously enough. Well, guys, I see this match going to be going in either two fashions. Logically fashions what has been told and coming out of the mindset of the guys over at WrestleMania. They state of how either the Fiend can win it and, win this match, and then that'll give some time between Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman can feud for the coming months between, heading towards, WrestleMania, blah. Either Hell in a Cell or, Survivor Series potentially, so we can get Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman to feud each other, so then we can get the Fiend and it's Braun Strowman, totally. Roman Reigns and the Fiend to face off either at Hell in a Cell or Survivor Series for that shit to happen, or you can get it the other way around, where you can get Roman Reigns to win this match and then have the Fiend come back around again to actually have have this match take place near the future between SummerSlam, Survivor Series or Hell in a Cell for the championship. Because obviously, no matter where you look at it, WWE's wanted this feud to potentially happen, to have this match actually happen on the road, so that potentially could happen. So there's that. And personally, I do not want... And here's the thing. Regardless of what's going to happen, regardless of what happens, the Fiend cannot take the fall. The Fiend cannot pin or be submitted in this match. No matter what you're going to look at, Braun Strowman's going to be the one to take the fall in this match. So regardless of what's going to happen, no matter if the Fiend going to win or Roman's going to win, you're taking the fall. Because obviously, you can't lose, and WWE's mindset is going to be... WWE's high-set mindset is going to be mainly pushing towards you since you came back at freaking SummerSlam. My thoughts on that potentially are, obviously enough, are going to be said at my review next weekend for SummerSlam and Payback, but needless to say, you came back, and what impression you have made so far since you came back? Because obviously, heel or no heel? That's the question to still be made. SummerSlam, definitely the question was thrown in the air. His impression on SmackDown, on the other hand, still is questioning in the air with him being partnered with Paul Heyman. So, are you a heel or not? That question is still looming overhead. So, with that all said in mind, as I said, regardless enough, Braun Strowman's going to be the one to take the fall in this match. So, yeah, regardless of what's going to happen, you got to take the fall, Strowman. You're the one to take the fall. So, with this said, you might ask yourself, what is my prediction going to be for this match? I am going to say it right here that I'm going to stick strong and give the win to Roman Reigns to win this match. Even though I would love to see the Fiend retain his championship here, I just don't think I just don't think the possibility is too strong. WWE's, it's gonna go right back to the freaking shoot right back to the sun and give it back to freaking Roman Reigns. So with that said, Roman Reigns is gonna win the match, but then yet again we'll have these two eventually down the road, either at Hell in a Cell or Survivor Series, which I personally would say Survivor Series, but yet again, knowing WWE, they're probably gonna want to run it towards Hell in a Cell, because obviously the Fiend's a hellish character, and why not have it at Hell in a Cell? So there you go. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, Roman Reigns is my predictions to win this match, but I would love to see Bray Wyatt, win the match overall, to say the least. So with that all said and done and out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, I thank y'all for watching my Payback 2020 prediction video. I know we got stopped twice, and we've gotten stopped twice in this video, and had some fun moments along the way. But needless to say, it's all worth it, because obviously this pay-per-view event was actually just added last minute, as obviously enough. So we just seem to freaking want to care about this freaking thing. Why am I gonna care? So blah. I'm having fun as much as you are. So Payback 2020 is gonna be here in 0 days, 19 hours, 4 minutes, and 10 seconds away from, the time of me concluding this video here on my channel for this in general. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I once again thank y'all for watching this video, and I shall see you guys next time for my review of not only Payback 2020, but also SummerSlam 2020 as a whole, for my 2-in-1 jumbo review for these two said shows. So what would I have to say about SummerSlam, and what would I have to say about Payback? You're going to tune in next time to find out next time. Haha. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sunday318, and I'll see you guys next time for my general review. I'll see you guys then. See you guys. Bye-bye. So, blah.
End the video now. Let me in.
Okay. You're out of focus. Incredibly out of focus. Bye. See you guys next time. See you guys.